What a class, hasn't it been exciting?
It's been incredible this year. I said it from the start, the competition's on a completely another level. I took 2.2 seconds out of my personal best at this track alone, chasing these two, and it's credit to the competition here. Yeah, start to finish, onslaught, just loving it every minute.
There we go, just starting that last race as we just finish off here. Some pride in this one, being the first two-stroke home. You got to take something from that, don't you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, man. 2 strokes rule, and the Moto 3 is great. Like, credit to Blaze coming here, up in the pace. Him and Regan have really done wonders for the class. You know, you have to have that pace, otherwise nobody improves. So yeah, thanks heaps to them. Credit to Regan as well. Like, that bike's in a straight line about as fast as 125. So you know, I really got lucky on my points, to say the least. But this is the 3rd year on a 125, and you know, I see it as a win myself. You know.
Yeah, and well done and thoroughly deserved. You take the highs out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the 125 wrap. Great to see. Blaze Heaven, Regan Phipps, and well done to Chris Kane. Back to you boys upstairs.
Live up here with the GixerR3. Just had that race start there. Last race was won by Blake Ross, and a new lap record as well to go along with his 2nd place that he's holding there in the championship. Great bit of racing there. Seems like everyone's got away to a clean start, and we looking down the back straight there. We have a 3-pack this time. Another great start there from Blake Ross, heading them out in front. He's got Thomas Newton right onto the back of him. Look at the evenness of this race class. That's what they've invented it for. Simon Meads from Suzuki New Zealand came up with this idea, and it's been a great idea. It's trying to introduce new talent to racing, and boy, it's worked out well. We've got I know from White Line Suzuki there, sponsored by Mark and John White, there is Blake Ross, and his father's a salesman, and he's doing a great job for them. And each of the other people as well are sponsored by some shops. So some of the shops helping out the riders to get in there. Very cheap introduction class. They can go out there, they get Bell helmets, Alpine Star leathers, and they're on Suzuki 150s. And the cool thing for me is you can go along into a shop and buy a bike that looks exactly the same as this, and go out there and buy a Meads Sport exhaust for it, and you can be a little 150 rider. So they say the old saying, what wins on Sunday sells on Monday, and apparently in the books it's one of the top selling bikes out there in New Zealand at the moment. And there we go, just got an update. First lap at 2:07 there for Blake Ross. He's out in front, and all the big boys, Thomas Newton coming through there in 2nd place as well. And this is going to be a great race, Spider.
Yeah, sorry, just doing a bit of administration out the back there, as you do, dealing with some issues that go on. There's always issues. There's a pretty good team. I'm really impressed with the team, particularly yesterday when we had the New Zealand Motocross Championships rescheduled over in Hawke's Bay. Well, MNZ are doing a magic job this year, and and hands-on, and like to be at all the championships, and the timing people on that. So to have a split group trying to cover 2 premium events in New Zealand, and to see how well it worked yesterday, it went well. But right now, look at this racing. We had 2 bikes up there in the last race, and then long distance back to 3rd, but now one of those 3rd bikes coming through there. That's getting the slipstream 3 wide coming into that corner. They settle into single file there. Got to look. Whoa, was it Blake Ross? Yeah, the yellow front mudguard. Lost the front end, had to straighten up the rear end. He didn't lose anything, but I think he's going to lose the drive onto the front straight. No, he hasn't. So it is Blake Ross, followed by, well, they're going to change position anyway. We're waiting for our timing screen to come back in, but Blake Ross right round the outside, Jared Love.
He's just scooting up the inside. See that? Now he's dove back into the front. Thomas Newton and Clark Fountain is the new person that's just dived on into this one. What great racing. We watched Moto 3, and I was fortunate to get over to ARRC, the Australian Road Racing Champs, with Damon Rees, and I thought, here comes the 300 class. What an exciting bit of racing that 300 class was. And our 150 class, it started off, they've all improved, and they've all turned this into some unbelievable racing. Great to see some of the top teams like Team Rees out there supporting some young people and putting back into the sport and giving them a platform to launch a great career off.
Yeah, well, a lot of these guys and their parents have said, look, we wouldn't be road racing unless we got this opportunity. We didn't know how to buy a bike and prepare it. Well, these bikes, 5995, pretty well come from Suzuki, ready to race, with stands and the riders package. Beautiful Alpine Star gear, boots, gloves and leathers. And the leathers alone are valued, I think, on special in Wellington at $14.99. So how good is that? And the Magic Pearl helmets. When I heard about this class, I thought, wow, what a great class. But as a commentator, what a nightmare, especially when they're dressing them pretty much the same. Those first three riders got the same leathers. But sportsman-wise and that, it's hard for us to pick it up. But, mate, there's some great battles going out there. A few of them coloured there. Harry Parker's got the orange belly pan on number 24 and the orange wheels. Tarbin Walker's got red on the front of his fairing, and we've got Blake Ross with that yellow. But I can't identify them, mainly because there's a fence in the way down there, and they're three wide. This is a mirror image, or the same image as last lap, sorry.
From third to first there, the slipstreaming, they're all getting used to it. Blake Ross is looking like a rock superstar out there and winning the other two, but the boys have come back and they're having a good fight. The great thing for me, there his dad is down there on the sideline cheering him on. The great thing for me is it's brought a bit of rivalry. Oh, he just went in there deep and tucked the front. Yep, they're all up all right though. The great thing for me is getting a little bit of a rivalry. Like, we're from over at Pyro, and everyone, big hello to everyone over there supporting Blake Ross, and each of the other people. We've got Wellington riders, we've got Paraparumu, we've got Fielding, Invercargill, Wanganui, Wellington, we've got Taupo, everyone from different places. So hope you're all watching Ctas live. You can watch the live timing and get in there and start screaming at home from the lounge.
Yeah, so a lot of these bikes will be up for sale at the end of the season. There are still new bikes available. And why I'm saying that is a lot of these guys have got hooked onto road racing. You know, they sold 19 machines, they got hooked onto road racing, and now they're looking at another class. And being a class at the New Zealand Superbike Championships, they can go out and have a look what other class they think they should step into. Some of them are going to go to the Grand Prix racing, the 125 class. With the 254 strokes in there. Some of them are looking at the lightweight production class. There is no Suzuki that's competitive in that. Interesting, next year, already now, there's a 400 Kawasaki, so that's going to fit into that class. How does it fit into a 300 class? Well, they race them at a world level, and they are adapting the right restrictions so they're competitive and not got that severe advantage on a 400cc. So they're racing in the off-season over there, so when they come to New Zealand, they may get homologated to be suitable for New Zealand with the right restrictions. So that's good. Clark Fountain was in third place for a long, long time. He was on the fastest lap, but he is now he's now right at the front, or was at the last lap. The Gixer Cup lap record was set this morning, 2:03.951. We're a bit higher now, 2:04.540. And that is Clark Fountain. So last lap, Clark Fountain, Thomas Newton, Blake Ross. Who's it going to be as they come along here with 2 laps to go? The white flag is getting ready to come out there. So who is it going to be? Number 25 and number 34 going through there. They're back. The third rider has backed off a bit. Clark Fountain went from first down to third. So it was Blake Ross, Thomas Newton, Clark Fountain, Tarbin Walker there on bike 39, wasn't it? Tarbin's, I can't remember his number, sorry. Tarbin Walker, bike 31, sorry, there in fourth place. A bit of a lonely ride for him in fourth place. We go back to Harry Parker, is battling it with Shane Miller, Scott Hawkes, Michael Wilson in 8th place, Matt Broff. Cameron Goldfish has gone down to 10th from 9th place, and that's the top 10 here at in the final lap there. The final lap, the white flag is out. We've got a replay on Ctas there, Jared.
Yeah, that's just Blake Ross trying to scoot him behind. Very, very smart ride from such a young individual, following him around. He knows that he's going to be fast down the back. And like you're saying before, the boys have figured this out. They've done the whole 4-round series. This is the last race of the 2018 New Zealand Superbike championships. This is the 150 class, and they've figured out this art to this. This is all about slipstreaming, about getting the good drive. You can't go in and dive bomb someone. You've got to line it up, and the big back straight on these 150s is going to be super crucial. Shooting down for the last time of this championship into the last corner on the old circuit, and it all comes down onto the back straight. How about all the parents get up on the wall and cheer your boy on to the finish line?
Yeah, definitely. So right now they're out of turn 11 down there, down that long straight. Often people will pull over and they don't want to lead on that last long straight. So it's 3 bikes there. We can't see the colours. In fact, you're looking at the Ctas screen and it just looks like 1 bike there, but they've pulled out side by side there. Somebody's come through from 3rd into 2nd. Looking out for those yellow mudguards of Blake Ross. I think he's in 3rd. Yes, he's in 3rd as they go through the flip-flop. No, Blake Ross with the yellow mudguard is in 3rd place. Like, he's got the yellow mudguard? Sorry, I thought he had the yellow guards. 34th. How close is that? How close is that? 24 thousandths of a second. So the yellow mudguards are 34. Sorry, I got that confused. The yellow mudguards must be 34. Oh, well, you learned something. Too late now because it's the end of the season. So that's it. The entire race, well, the checkered flag's gone out. We've still got riders coming across the start-finish line. It was Clark Fightington, Blake Ross, Thomas Newton, Tarbin Walker, Shane Miller, Harry Parker, Scott Hawkes, Michael Wilson, Cameron Goldfidge, Matt Broff. That is the top 10 riders. Look at them all grouping up together. If they were enemies, they'd all be spreading out, but they've all learned some new mates over the season, and how many of them are going to continue, as I said, into other classes? We have to get them on sidecars. Do you think they'll put a GixerR 150 sidecar out there? Another thing is, Jared was talking about, these are very, very popular bikes on the street. There is 2 options, 2,995 for the one you see here as a road bike. There is one that is about, I think, $300 cheaper. Just don't quote me on price, but it is a less amount of fairings, and they're available in several different colours. There's black ones, there's red ones, there's blue ones. All the ones out here are blue. So great class, absolutely outstanding. A few haters at the beginning. I think once I've seen the racing happening and the camaraderie these young fellas have brought to the racetrack, wow, good on you, Simon Meads and Suzuki New Zealand and MNZ for doing it. I was at the conference. Sorry, folks, went over to the race control. The alternative was to shut off the commentary to the crowd here because of the system. And it's not about the Taupo system, it's about who's actually played with it, I think, and come along and set it up for their own system and then changed it and all that. So right now we're doing our best there. So the important thing is we've got to get rider call-ups. This is a New Zealand Championship. Those people need to know. They need to know when to ditch their tyre warmers if they've got them, and get out and have their race, because it's all about rules and it's all about timing. You'll hear a 5-minute call, then you'll hear a 2-minute call, and then it's up to them to get to the pit lane. It's all about tyre warmers in most classes. All right, I'm going to leave you with it. Just one reminder, Saturday 5th of May, the sidecar have a go day. You can come up here and pay $10. You can pay $10 all day and have a ride, a passenger on any sort of sidecar you can imagine. A classic high wheeler, classic low wheeler, a modern, one of the winners here, you know, the New Zealand Championship winners, they're all going to be there. And I'll tell you what, as a sidecar person, it's just such a great day. It is amazing just to see the smiles on the people's faces when they get on a sidecar. Back down to pit lane.
Just as these guys are getting their helmets off and getting their Dunlop caps on, awesome to have Jared joining us down here on the dummy grid. Jared, I've been absolutely buzzing today, and you find that's why I've stolen the microphone to come to here, because the smiles on these guys' faces, and no matter what class they are, they're so jubilant about what they've achieved. This is a brand new class, a whole new era for New Zealand motorcycle road racing.
It's a great thing that Suzuki's done introducing this class, and these kids are great. They've evolved as the series come along, and it's nice to see their family and all of their provincial provinces and stuff getting in behind. I know I was going over at Pyro and watching it on Ctas live, and we're in the lounge yelling and screaming, and it's great to be here at this meeting.
Nice to see, nice to see. So here we go with our podium presentation, these fabulous Gixers. Well, congratulations, Clark. You've won one of those that's counted right here at the end of the day. How did you win it, mate? 24 1,000ths of a second. What did you just sort of breathe in and threw yourself across the line?
Oh, it was so close. It's my first win. I'm so happy. Good job to Blake and Thomas. Such good racing.
It is indeed. So what's the difference today? What made you win when you hadn't won in the past?
Oh, just that drive. If I didn't get a good position, I wouldn't have got on the podium. So I needed it.
You did indeed. All right. What does this inspire you to do with road racing in New Zealand?
Oh, carry on and hopefully do bigger things.
Yeah, here indeed. Right. Do you want to tell the people about what you did on a motocross bike during the week? Have a listen, folks.
Oh, 2 days ago, I got talking to Nick Franklin and I backflipped the YZ85 into a foam pit.
All right, so there you go. How's that? So if you want to think about doing something else on a motorcycle, well, wicked to see. And of course, this is a man that's got junior speedway titles as well as mini motocross and junior motocross. So now he can add freestyle to it. But road racing, what do you think of this Taupo track as well today, Clark?
Yeah, it's quite a good track. I didn't go very good in my first couple races, but I just pulled this one out of the bag.
He did indeed. There's the boy from Greymouth, folk, the youngest rider in this entire field at 14 years of age. Just fantastic to see. Clark Fountain, that is brilliant. Well, back here with Blake, he'd already won the title, but I know you wanted to have a go, but Clark got you by 24 1,000, mate. How are you going to try and get there? Are you going to hold your breath in as well?
I went down a gear thinking I was in too high and it hit the limiter, so I lost a bit of momentum there, which I realised that straight away, but oh well, racing's racing.
Racing, hey, but congratulations, you won this debut inaugural title. I'm sure we'll look back over the years and see some fantastic names that have won it. Blake, is this a special time for you in motorcycle racing?
I'm pretty sure Thomas won it, but...
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Oh, well, okay. We'll give you some credit, though, won't we? You've done very well.
Yeah, it's been good. I got second, but so it's still good.
All right, great to see indeed. There we go for Blake, so here. Well, it might be our era, but to Thomas, a third place in the race, was it still just as good a buzz to be out there now, even though you weren't winning?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Again, really fun race. Well done to Blake and Clark. Really good racing, really close. And yeah, happy with third. That's all we needed to do to seal the championship, so I'm happy.
It is indeed, and the opportunity to be on one of these Gixers, how did the opportunity come about, and what do you hope to do in the future?
I actually saw it in the Bike Rider magazine and been wanting to get into racing for a while, but didn't really have the funds to do it, and so when this came up, just decided to go for it.
You have indeed, and you've turned it to be a winner. What are you going to do next year?
I'm thinking about 300 Super Sport, but I'll see what happens.
Isn't that great to see? There he goes, folks. There is your champion, Thomas Newton. Well done indeed. For the fantastic Gixer Cup, its debut year, it's been an outstanding success and thoroughly deserved it as we take our podium and more of our racing coming here today.